Hi, again, 15 minutes late. Hi, I'm Bernie. How are you guys? Welcome in. Um, so hi BC. I'm by myself right now. BC, nothing but love. How are you? My little group here, Sherry, Lita Do. Hi. All right. This presentation today is important as all the other ones are, right? Um, these are critical. The videos in my presentations are getting more critical as the days go by. I said that there was a shift, and I told you guys that a massive shift is coming. Well, it's here. So, I really would like for people to pay attention. And if you don't understand something and you have questions, I'm going to be leaving chat open. It's going to be very much interactive if you need it to be. I'll be here to answer any questions. Um, I have two lives I'm doing today, right? This specific one is going to be giving you my reading and understanding, hi BC, of how I see the Wells property and what I see through cracking cases and this redhead dude, red something. This redhead dude, Jackhammer, I believe, came into Summer Moon Wells' case day number 1, as cracking cases were there too. Now, everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Um, Wait, please text. I've got someone coming here, and I may, when he gets here, I'm going to have to put music on and then come back. Um, so for educational purposes and entertainment purposes, but what I'm doing is for the last 3.5 years when I started YouTube, I came on for the sake of the children, for the victims. That's it. I'm here for the victims. I don't know why it's my calling yet. Maybe it's going to be something ginormous. Maybe it's going to bust open. I think right now my purpose here is to bring justice to the children, and that's all I know. That's all I know. So I give you readings of how I understand these photos, of what I see within these photos. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to see it as well. This here was the opening photo. There's so much about this photo to discuss. There's so much about it. Now, understand that photos change. I mean, they're photos, they're images taken by machinery, and they don't stay consistent. And it doesn't always necessarily mean someone's changing it. It just means that it's a shitty image, right? But this here is very, very telling. Um, and it tells me a lot. And every time for the last so many months, I go back to these videos from the beginning. Allegedly, it's from the Wells property, but it can't be. It can't be. Maybe it is. Maybe they're using the property as the deep fake. So that is where the information that I get comes from. So here, this is cracking cases for those that don't know. I don't think they really have much of a channel anymore. But this here on her back is the L and a J. On the face, I see the mask. I see a lot of things. I see Summer Moon Wells's information. I see elements. And This here tells me once more, again, over and over, that the Wells property, the Wells videos, tell a story of Summer Moon. And when I watch it, this here, I have been following these letters. This here, you guys, was right under, man, the tree. It's a very important image. Let's see if I have this under here. It's a very important image. Between the red-headed guy and cracking cases, I see so much more today than I did yesterday. The very, very, very first vigil, Summer's very first vigil, was given by these guys. It was the red-headed guy and cracking cases. That's who was at the first vigil. That's where I got my first bit of information. This is the red-headed guy. He shows up. Now, does it mean that I'm talking today about him? No. I'm talking about the information that this guy's channel, as well as cracking cases, give me. The way that the sticks and everything lied at Summer's vigil, and the information that they gave, like this, also appears on the Wells property, as if the same tree, the same information, the same way that the tree sits is the same thing as the vigil. So when I look at my information, I tend to only listen and hear for the elements, so I can tell you Summer Moon Wells' story. Nothing more. So when I'm sitting here and telling you the story about Summer, and I'm using cracking cases, it's not about cracking cases. Never will be. You guys will remember that this L here, this L, where'd it go? This L was under Summer Moon Wells's tree. Now, for us, the tree was the very, very, very first, the very first bit of information that was shown to us. The tree, think about it, the tree, the, the swing, what's it called? Not the hut. My mind is not the hut. Wait, let me find the L. The shed. I don't know why that word just got away from me. The shed. So if you put your hands out and count these out, we have the shed. I'm doing it. We have the cars. We have the trees. We have the barrel. Their house. The front of their house. I believe full-heartedly what you're going to see in this presentation that I'm going to show you is that the deep fakes that they used came from all of the information that they showed us in the beginning. that the deep fakes that they used and they're still using throughout any of the cases that I am following and showing you are the cars they use as the deep fake over the tunnels. I believe that the car entrance and the cars and the fake cars, I'm sticking to it, have everything to do with the location of these tunnels. Summer here is in the ground. She's not at a tree. She's not swinging in a tree. She's in the ground. The way that they do these deep fakes and the way that they tell the story, it goes all the way back years and years to the way that they tell the John Wayne Gacy story, the way that they told the Jeffrey Dahmer story, the way that they're telling the Diddy story. Now, I know that I'm bringing up Allie Carter a lot. She's a victim, allegedly. I don't know her. I've never met her. All I know is she has allowed the conversation to be exposed. People are sending me so much information on her. I'm not doing a YouTube channel about her. She's one of hundreds of victims. She's one that is courageous. I don't care if she's a fake, she's this, guess what? It doesn't matter here because she allowed this conversation to be opened. She allowed my spirits to speak louder. There's a story behind these photos. And the way that these guys told it to me is the best that I could give you. This is the best. Hi, Jean. Who else has come in? Hi, Jean. NW Love. Ivani Lane. Mary C. Crystal. Hi, you guys. These guys, cracking cases, have always given it to me. Kylie Rodney also had, if you look here, and you only see it like this in Cracking Cases video. You don't see it anywhere else other than Cracking Cases video. This. And we've seen this over and over and over. When they have these ceremonies, things like this are used. They set it up. They use particular sticks, twigs, tree parts are dedicated specifically to the victim. To the victim. Kylie Rodney had this same thing. There's a photo of her, you guys. Just like that. The victims looked like this. They were under tree trims, tree pieces like you're looking at. It's part of the ceremony. So I am here to show you the parts of the ceremony that you need to look for and really understand that the story isn't being hidden. It's not being hidden. It's being told. It changes and shifts, you guys. in the videos, so it changes. So as I show you this, you need to recognize the things that have shifted and changed within milliseconds of the video. When you watch Don's video from all the other channels like the interview room, that white thing changes. That thing that was covered in beautiful flowers and green changed. Why is that important? Because those are the elements that you need to look for in the other videos that you're watching. The videos are tampered with, and they give information that brings justice to the children. When I would say go dig, go dig, go dig, go dig on their property, there's a reason to go dig. This is the story, you guys. I see it because I've always seen in my third eye, I'm like, it's under the car. 3.5 years ago, I'm like, go under the car, go under the car. These cars change within seconds of videos. They're there, they're not there. I'm going to show you. Cracking cases is the best. The cars that you see, I believe this is a great way to show it. Now, is it like this? I don't know, but if you look all the way to the left, this is how I see it. I always say go under the car. Go under the car. That there's gateways under the car. So when I show you this white things that are white stick out. This to me would be the gateway. Right there, this is what changes. Now, is this picture overlaid? Absolutely. But to me, I found it because it allows me to tell you the story that this is where the victims, they go underground and they're using these cars as the deep fake that goes over. You guys, these tunnels and stuff are underground. Whoever placed this and put this together knows what they're doing. They know what they're doing. It's, to me, it gives me the opportunity to tell you the story. So if I change the color a little bit so you could see it a little clearer. Let's see. Imagine this. Yeah, all I did, you guys, is change the color. Thank you for those ones. So when I say go under the car and the tires and shit, all of this stuff is under here. This is what I'm envisioning. Like it's a gateway to underneath the ground. So to me, this is how the house is built. Because the videos of his house don't stay the same. Where in the hell is it that this even would be recognized as his house? So what I am telling you is as they called this section out, to me there was a gateway and it was covered up. And I truly see, I believe in every bit of my body that Cracking Cases videos are showing it. They're showing it. So what I'm telling you is when I've always said from 3.5 years ago, you need to go dig. That house is built on an angle. I said it over and over. It's on an angle. And there's something underneath the construction. This is what I'm talking about. This here would be exactly where I told you guys it would be. It's where the pipe stuck out of the car on the side of the car, on the side of the house with the new brick. Now, I know this isn't a great time to stop. I'm going to be playing music for a moment because I have someone that I need to get into my house. Um, so, and he's going to make the dogs bark. So hold tight. I'm going to put a little music in the background, and you guys could let people know that I will be back. Let's see what we got here. Music. Music. Okay. I am going to put something on chill music. All right, I will be right back. Hold on, let me put this on. Okay, Wi-Fi's off. Here we go. I'll be right back. It's not going to sound that great, but let's see. Set the tone when it's just me and you alone. Never lonely in the room. We can slowly, you know me. Yeah, meditate. You can take me to a place where we can't be all alone. I let you hold me, 'cause you know me. Yeah. Lay your head on my pillow, say, ooh. Touch is making me feel away, ooh. When I get around you, I lose it, lose it. 'Cause I feel so comfortable with you. You make me comfortable with you. I feel so comfortable with you. You make me comfortable with you. Mm. You make me wanna go deep, intimate. That you made me inside. You're deserving of my mind, yeah. Lay your head on my pillow, say, ooh, touch. When I'm touching, know it's okay. Ooh, when I get around you, I lose it. 'Cause I feel so comfortable with you. You make me comfortable with you. I feel so comfortable with you. You make me comfortable with you. You make me. Lay your head on my pillow, say, ooh. When you touching my body, say, ooh. I ain't loving nobody but you. You're higher, 'cause I feel so comfortable with you. You make me comfortable with you. I feel so comfortable with you.
You're as good as it gets for me. Slow it down. Don't wanna miss a moment. Sit me down if you want. Teach me, girl. I'll be yours if you want. Whatever you want. Got high hopes, just like you. Truth be told, we both got things to lose. Can't go ghost, not like usual. Because I'm ready for your love. What would it take it to make you mine for real? I got it tasting now, can't keep off my mind. What would it take for real to make you mine? I got it tasting now, can't keep off my mind. Is it obvious that I'm falling, I'm lost in it, and I need it often on my way there? And baby, no lie, I'm here to stay, no games to play. And maybe I'm trying to say your love is good to me. I'm saying this time you're mine, you're mine. Got high hopes, just like you. Truth be told, we both got things to lose. Can't go ghost. Not like usual. Because I'm ready for your love. What would it take it to make you mine for real? I got it tasting now, can't keep off my mind. What would it take for real to make you mine? I got it tasting now, can't keep off my mind. My Listen, before you even finish your sentence, I already know the exact words that are about to come out your mouth. I need to focus on myself, slow down, don't rush into something else. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just a lover. I fall fast and hard. Just can't help
Take up some space. You're too far away.
make no mistake. I think you should stay. You'll get every little bit. You ain't never seen a dream like this. Heaven at your fingertips. Don't you let it slip.
Okay, here I come. Okay, dog's all excited. All right, you guys, I am back. Hello. Sorry about that. I don't know. That wasn't too long. Hey, sit down. Sit down. All right. So as you see, I'm going back on. All right, everyone here, welcome in. Whoever just came in. Hi, Muffin Top. I don't know if I said hi to you. Yeah, I do see a police officer. There's things that pop up. So, and I see a baby in here. So things pop up. Um, I don't know how the brain works. Everyone's reality is different. What you see isn't going to be necessarily what everyone else sees. But what I can show you, and it tells me the story, is that I'm correct. There are gateways that are being shown. There are gateways to me that are being shown. And for some reason, cracking cases, there's a video when we go way back, if we go back months, I reviewed a video about cracking cases and it really upset them. And this was the video. And it when somebody reacts the way that they did, I don't give a shit because it's not about them, right? Thank you for those ones. Um it sticks with me. It sticks with me like when someone says something about you and if you don't take it personally, you sit back and you're like, "Oh, there's a message in there or there's a gift of information in there." So when people respond certain way to me, I don't take it on. That's part of what I've trained myself to do. I don't take it on. I'm like, wow, there is a gift of information in there. And this is exactly what they did. They, meaning cracking cases, when they responded the way that they did to me. So when I go back to their video like this, I see summer. I see the L. Let me open this up a bit for you. Right here, I always have said that the children, these sacrifices get placed in corners. See the L? In corners. And when Don would show his construction, this was the section of construction that I've always told you was of importance. Now, does it mean it's actually right there physically? I have no freaking idea. I'm telling you, I see the story, and I'm telling you that the Wells know the story because this here is the story to me. And it comes straight from the same space that I've always talked about. This space. They used the house, the cars, the windows, the ladders, the construction as vehicles for me to see the story. They use those things as I call the deep fake. Benny hasn't been on. I have no idea. Benny's given me all the information that I need ever. Thank you for asking that, WNW Love. Um, there's certain people that have very large presence in these um stories, like Diddy is, but it's not Diddy. It's not about him like this Allie Carter does. It's not about her for me. And she even says it's not about her. It's not about this it's about getting justice. It's about showing the truth so you could see the truth. They're going to direct you in places that you got to go see. Go look at the red car. Look at the red car. Look at the red car. You got to look at that white car. And you have to look really closely to what that white car and where that white car goes and where it's placed in the story. They have a way of using particular colors to bring your eye to that color so you don't see the truth. They cover it with green grass. They cover it with blades of grass, just like Tim Mullen said, blades of grass all the time. What shifts over and over and over is the information on the cars, the information on the trail, the information on the shed. When something changes and the story is being told because the information changes, there's a white door, there's no door, there's three doors, it's painted, it's not painted, it's spray painted, it's got a brown roof, it's got a white roof, it's got no roof, it has a car in it, it doesn't have a car in it. Things don't change like that unless someone's changing it. A swing doesn't change the way her swing changes. A red car doesn't disappear in the middle of a video. A red car doesn't change in the middle of a video. In the middle of a video, there's now two red cars instead of one. In the middle of the video, the bus is gone. In the middle of the video, there are no cars in front of the bus. We're talking about the same video. They have the red Toyota truck, to me, being shown in front of their red truck. There isn't just one red truck here. There are two. One of the trucks has the gateway. One of the trucks has the track. One of the trucks is not really just a truck. What the fuck is that? That's two trucks. But one of them has the track on the back of the truck. That's what I see. I don't know what you see. These are ways and vehicles used to get to the tunnel. See that? You don't see this in the other videos. You see it in Cracking Cases videos. That is right there, back here. Is either a top of the white truck. These things are in each other. They They're using their cars as the tunnelway, as the gateway. You guys, they're using, see this? These are two cars. Here is your red Toyota, and here's your truck. I see two cars. Okay? Thank you for those ones. Because I see the two cars, and they're right in front of the bus. Okay? Remember that. They're right in front of the bus. Those two trucks. I see the Toyota truck, and I see a red truck. I see it. When you go to the very next frame, this is the same thing. The fucking truck is gone. I mean, the red trucks are gone. Oh, muffin top. Justice for the children, for all of us, is correct. Thank you, Muffin Top, for that super chat. You're the best. You're the best. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Notice, where'd the red trucks go? The bottom left-hand corner isn't the same red car. It's different. So these cars are either moving all over the place, or they're just used as the deep fake cover-up on top of the truth. The truth is what brings us to the tunnels. What the fuck is that? But there's the bus. Allegedly. Thank you, NW Love. Thank you so much for that super chat. And then there's absolutely no red trucks. According to this picture up in the left-hand corner, see how close the bus is? It's like right on top of the car. It's different. It doesn't stay consistent. Do you understand that these here come from the jackhammer guy? The jackhammer guy's video, thank you, Muffin Top, as well as Cracking Cases video, they're showing the same information. And it changes. I see the truth. I see that they are using different cars as vehicles to get these kids got gone. I see that the bus is used. I see that these are like placed over gateways, over holes in the ground. I can't help what I see. I can't stop what I see. I see it. I see the red bucket in the back of the truck. I see Summer Moon Wells' story spiritually throughout their videos. I see Summer. I didn't put anything in here, you guys. This is what it's been. I see Summer's story. I see the same kind of information. There is no way in hell that that bus is actually where he says it is in this picture. No way. But what I am telling you that I see is that the bus is used to get to the gateway. That is no way a bus right there. But there's your gateway right there. Down in the hole. Down in the hole. These cars serve a purpose. These cars move all by themselves. And there's your bucket. For those that weren't here in the beginning of Summer Moon, these buckets they've been showing, and we're like, that's got, these are part of it, you guys. Yes, summer is by the tree. It's in here. You see information. You're seeing it, you guys. The information is here. So when I spiritually tell you that I see these children and the children that are got gone, they walk through an empty bus. They're maneuvered. They're maneuvered. They're maneuvered in such a way that no way in hell are you going to find them unless someone shows you them and says, yeah, good luck going in that hole and trying to find them. No way. Someone that knows the story needs to take you through it. Now, understand that he has a video of this I call bullshit from August 2nd. This here was removed allegedly the night that Summer disappeared because they said they accidentally had it still there and it was gone. They removed this. How is it that this is here in an August 2nd, 2021 video? It's near to impossible because it wasn't there then. This is just like looking at the Delphi case. These are rituals. These are messages. Why would that white thing move over here? Why would this move over here? These are not the same trees. It's the Delphi case. It's the Delphi case, you guys. The way that they place these branches speaks so loud. And it's being ignored. It's being ignored. What you're looking at right here is what I showed you as far as one of the very, very most important parts of the house, right? The canoe, behind the canoe, go into where the little puppies go. There's digging that needs to be done. Where's the red car? It's always there in videos and then it's gone. See, one of the things to really realize is when you're looking for elements and information, most of the time it's placed in the middle, in the middle of three sections. So what I mean by three sections is this. This would be, this would be section 1. This would be section 1 here. I call this section 2 here because to me, the third section is the one in the middle. The one in the middle is what I call a sliver of truth. Don't know why. Don't know why it's there for me, but it is. Number 1 to me is what I call a deep fake. Number 2 is what I call deep fake. This is Summer Moon Wells' story. This. It lies in the middle of their video throughout the video. Here. Here. This is 2. This is 1. This is all 3. So Summer was sacrificed, what I see, in this area. It looks just like this. I see that they sacrificed Summer to rebuild and for the resurrection, their Beach Creek area, their mountain. I see that they used Summer and sacrificed her. What's in Area 3 is this. You guys, these are elements of a sacrifice. So all I get is that they're using these multiple cars as their fake cars. So when I see information in a car, in a fake car, to me, it's the gateway to the tunnels. And it's underground. I see underground. I see ladders. I see these children going into the leaves. Just like Summer said, like into the leaves. They get placed within the earth. And it's telling me that the sacrifice of Summer Moon Wells is beneath the leaves. She's in the leaves. That was her very first message that Summer said to us 3.5 years ago. She's in the leaves. So to me, Spirit could see. Spirit understands what we're working with. And to Spirit, all they know and could see is they're in the leaves. And they see they see exactly what we were shown for the Delphi case. The Delphi case, showed it. And they showed how the twigs were laid and how they are a sacrifice. You know, this is what you're looking at. The same thing I show over and over. Let me turn it. In this guy's video. Let me turn it. This also is Cracking Cases video. This one. It's just being shown in the leaves. They put the leaves over this. You understand? Do you understand that that is the Delphi case? Here's from Libby and Abby. There's their A. Boom. Boom. Right here. See? What's so fucking hard to understand? Think about it. It's coming from the same channel. What does that mean? I don't know. It's that the channel just has this information. This is a match. Summer is in here. She's in here under the leaves. The leaves are the deep fake. Remove them. Remove the leaves. And you get this. Just like that. Just like that. Thank you, NW Love. That's where Summer is. She's in there. I am just so frustrated that none of this has been looked at. None of these photos that just show up in a particular place and then they're gone. So again, here's the interview room's picture of the house. To me, what I am seeing is nothing more than what I showed you up here in Cracking Cases. But what really just keeps following them all is that V, is that A. The house can't look like that. It doesn't look like this. It can't. Or can it? Or can it? Anyone here been to their house? Things don't change, you guys. Doors don't change. Sides of RVs don't change. But in their videos, they change. That right there in front of Candace and what they're showing on the side of the house, these are called elements that pop up. I mean, I call them equipment. And interview room shows it so differently than any other video. Especially that thing, the most important bit of information that I get from his videos is nothing more than looking at this thing on the side of the house. This has never disappeared, these V things. In their first interview, um, it was behind them, and I remember people calling me, they're like, it's got letters, it has this. I mean, people are intuitive. You guys that are here, you guys have a gift, you're intuitive, you follow it. And this thing we've been following. And it's always, always, always changing against their house. Let me show you. Let me get a closer photo. Let's see. Here. I'm going to crop it. So this section I am talking about, you guys, is this section right here. Brighten it. Okay. These are called piping. Piping, there's piping that goes to the bathrooms, the water wells, the water. And I've been following this piping as well. It's when the authorities, to me, if they would see piping like this attached to a house that looks strange, I would follow it. I'd follow this. I would test the inside of the pipe, of what's running through it. This here shows that the front of the wall is open. This part here, wait. And this is basically like, wait, this here, turn it. Change the color, brighten it. Right here. They never dug. They never moved anything on the Wells property. They didn't look closely to anything on the Wells property. I mean, I know where things were placed inside these videos. I know that Grandis's RV consistently changes the stuff in front and on the side of her house consistently change within the same video. It's not like, oh, she doesn't have a right. What do you think? She doesn't have a right to move her shit? Well, she's not moving it while they're taking videos. She's not moving the pop cans and the 12 packs while they're doing the videos. She's not moving the all of those um branches and tree pieces. The branches and the tree pieces, the buckets, they move. The Coca-Cola cans, the big 12 packs move. They move location. And it tells me the same message. They know what happened to Summer. She didn't just disappear. She was lifted away from this property, lifted and gone. This guy with the red hair shows this information very differently than any other video that I watch. And it's this. It's the rope. This rope is nowhere other than his video. Let me show you. This rope here, you guys, looks like the rope that was used on the swing. The other thing that's different is that there's no shed on the bottom. On the bottom, the shed's gone. So there's a rope here, and there's no shed right here by the street. This is where the shed should be, right here. It's always right here. This is August 2nd. They didn't knock it down, or did they? But there's no shed here. It's always there. And this here is a rope. No shed. Why is that? How is this possible that this here does not show the shed? It's gone. Now, it is the same property. It's the same information that we've been looking at. But somebody knows the information. So, am I saying that these guys are involved? No. What I am telling you is whoever is doing the deep fake knows what happened to Summer. Because here, this is Summer's picture that we have of her in the car. Here she is in a hole. She is, to me, in one of those carts that pull. She's sitting and leaning against a very cold, rusty piece of metal. Never, ever have we seen this. To me, she is being pulled in a hole like this. Or in a hole like this. You see, there's something going on. Something is going on. No one's talking about it. This is Summer Moon Wells' fucking hole. What about this doesn't want to be talked about? Phoenix, Ron, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you very much. Thank you. I love it. Let me brighten this up and show you all of the stuff in here. This here, move all this, the hole, this here, has her elements. I see a box with a head on top. I see the V. I see a metal E. What I see is that summer, let me crop this. Summer went into a hole. Let me change his coloring, it's so bright. Like this. And it was done in the trees like this. Boom. Like this. That's what I see. This is a ritual. This is a sacrifice. This here, wait, is summer. In a box, right? I see victim sitting in this box. And when you look at that V thing and the E, whatever that is, 5, it's all right here. It's right here. Next to the hole that goes down. Down into the hole. See? These holes are real. They are real. And this is what happens to the got gone, get gone children. This is what happens to the victims. This is where they go. There are gateways that are shown in particular videos that show this. This is a cookie cutter. I see it so clearly because it's a cookie cutter. I've been looking at it. It doesn't change. It's going down. It's on a slant. It's on a slant like this. Where's the Wells property? It's the same way that the Wells built their home. They did it on a slant. This is there's the victim in the corner. These are down beneath the surface. These are down beneath the surface. You see, they're under the ground. This is the deep fake that goes over that. Let me make it smaller. Get rid of the car. Okay, let's make this smaller. So everything that I show and discuss, you should be able to, at the end of the day, layer it on top of each other. And it makes one storyboard. So this is the victim, as this is the victim. So they're being placed in the corners. See, they get placed in corners. Their heads are always in corners. Their heads in corners. That's what's happening here. Like a loading dock. And there's absolutely no shed here, you guys. None whatsoever. Where did the shed go? Summer Moon Wells is not sitting in a car. She's sitting in those go-kart things. She's sitting in a fake car like a go-kart. It's what it is. And that's what they always show you. They're consistently showing it. Never. When I say, oh, fake car, this is it. These are just holes in the ground. That is not a bust. It's like a little fake Tonka toy. It's like a Tonka toy to like throw you off. Like there's no bust there. But that's summer. This here, it shows the details. It shows the elements. It shows sacrifice. And if the authorities would start following the elements like this, they'd find the children. If they keep doing what they've always done, they will always get what they've always got. And that's nothing. That is a sacrifice being placed in the ground for the resurrection. Boom. Boom. This. That is a sacrifice being placed in the ground. Right by the V. It's a little, I call those little elements. They're just little bits, like crickets, like little pieces of elements. And they're in a V. And they're in the corner. And I see the fake car. I see what they sit in. I see what I showed you yesterday. So, I really don't want to see it all, you see. But I do. I do. It's, they could put it, I don't know why I do, but I do. They could put it in any shape, and my spiritual self will show me a photo. It's a track in the back, correct? You got it. It will show a photo that I could read the story and see how this goes. They have like an amusement park that goes through these bushes and through the trees and through the gateway, and it's built in there. You guys, it's built in there. And this is how they move. They move and they use these things. It's like, let me show you. This is what I showed you yesterday. And I said, this is part of, goes on a track and it moves. It was this. This is this. And it moves. It moves. Make it brighter. There's contrast. Okay, here we go. This moves through. That's why Don showed the track in his backyard. So this, there's a track in his backyard. It moves. It's horrible, but this is what it did. This is it. You see, right? Grab that picture. And I'm trying to open it up. Okay. See? This is this. There's a ladder on the right as well, I think. Yes, there is a ladder and it's going, the ladder, just like you see by the bus, these are ladders. They go down into the ground. It's a whole entire setup. This is the V. In here, here it is. This is the ladder that I showed you by the buses. Ladders, ladders, ladders. Always, always, always. Here, ladders. Here is the construction. Let's see. Trying to find, just for those who haven't seen it. Oh, it's in the second part of my presentation. So they go down into this. Look. This is the underground. So imagine the underground that is in these tunnels where they go. And this is how they get there. They just don't disappear. They don't just get gone. They don't. These children here, let me show you. Page 75, I think it is. This is where I left off yesterday. And they show particular elements. These children just don't disappear. What's between the frames are answers to where they go when you look at something like this. So you're looking at this, but what's in between this right here is what you see in this smaller window. Let me grab it. This. So what it's telling me is that I'm telling the truth. Somewhere between the walls that somebody is showing us lies the truth to where these children go. That is a frame between the wall. Now, the stuff that I'm showing you right now is what's been shown for 3.5 years. Nothing here is the same. Nothing's consistent. Where's the canoe? There's no canoe. What there is instead is that big red thing on the bottom, that big red thing with the number 5 on it. Is that in place of the canoe? Why is the canoe gone? Why is there a number 5 and a letter L? This, you guys, here is your red bucket. There are no coincidences in Summer Moon Wells' case. Plexiglass, correct. You see that number 5 on the bucket? That bucket was there, what I'm telling you, by accident. This little section right here, their construction, wherever their construction, maybe their construction wasn't even on their property, needs to be dug up. That's what my read is. That's my psychic read. That this is a bunch of crock of shit. That this whole thing right here is a bunch of crock of shit. Look at the edge of where the bricks are. Number 5, notice, look, pay attention. This is for the children. This is so much smaller than it was. Before it was over here. Now it's next to the chimney that has a metal rod. This is a box. This is a box. They don't show it as a box. They show it as brick being, built. No fucking way. That's a box. And that is a red bucket with the number 5. It is a frame, correct, Phoenix Run. A frame to the left of canoe. That is a frame. And what it's telling me is whatever is in there looks like this. This is a box. It's not coming from this. It goes all the way down to the bottom. It's not coming from that. It's goes across the bottom. You see, goes across the bottom. How's that connected? It is. Dig, dig, dig. Dig for the truth. Dig for the children. Dig, because what's under there is what I'm about to show you. What's under there are these photos that I found that I believe are Epstein's, or Diddy's. Or Diddy's. This is the equipment of horror. What is the red thing resting on the house? What red thing? Oh, what's in that picture? They put shit in. They put stuff in there for the resurrection. That's what I know. I don't know which one leading on the left. Well, look, I don't know. I'm sorry. This here is information that is called horror and torture. There are videos that have been left on the internet and on YouTube pages that are connected to these cases. I see horror and I see sacrifice. I see the children. This is underground. This is something that would be, to me, in these parties that they're talking about. I don't know whose these are, and he's not playing an equipment. People are like, oh, he's playing a harmonica. He isn't. And then when you go further into the pictures, they have the same images that they create that tell me that this is also sacrifice. That who and whatever they're doing here is Summer Moon Wells. It's Summer Moon Wells. This is what they do. And there's the A, and there's the maroon box. This is under, so I've shown you what I believe to be true, and these elements wind up on the surface of the earth, and they're created underground as part of the horror story, as part of their sacrifice. So whatever is left, what I'm saying is these pieces that I call trophies, as well as everyone else calls trophies, wind up being seen, being kept, being used in the ground, somewhere in the earth, in the leaves. But they're created and made somewhere underground. in a secretive space. Secretive space. So when I show you these V's and I say, and people are like, well, first of all, I have almost 900 videos about it, right? But this is where it comes from. They're created as part of their ritual. I don't know all about their ritual, but when I wind up seeing it above ground, like I'm showing you this, it's created beneath the ground. It starts beneath the ground. So by the time, and you guys, I could be totally fucking wrong, right? I just tell you what I see to be true, period. Okay. So when I say this is Summer Moon Wells, this is Summer Moon Wells, and these are her trophies, and this tells me that somebody put this like this, just like they did with the Delphi case. It's the same thing as what they're doing here. This is the same situation. It's the same situation. These are people that are doing this within these rooms, doing horrific things to use them as part of a bigger picture for them. Now, if they really believed in what they're doing and they really stood behind it, why the fuck would they be hiding it? Is the question. Why are they hiding it and doing it in secret? If you believe in what you're doing so strongly, why not stand loud and proud? Why not? Why not stand up and say, yeah, these are sacrifices that I believe are best for the country, that I believe are best for the world. But instead it's being done privately in rooms that you don't want to show anybody. People have videos, and these videos in these pictures that I'm showing because I see that there are people coming forward as victims. Yes, it might be triggering to people, so if you feel triggered, please take a breath and you'll come back. Because I believe these to be the horror story of what these victims are going through. And if, in fact, you really do see something here that you see that you've seen before, call it in. Report it. Report it. Does this look familiar to you? These are victims. These are rooms, and I believe they're harvesting rooms. I believe and I see. When I say I believe, it's because that's what I hear to be true. That these are rooms that somebody took videos of and placed them all on YouTube. This here is a particular table of what they're making these children do. And they go underground just like this. So Here's a perfect example of what I'm going to tell you about. When I get information and the videos are shown. Wait, let me see. Wait. Wait. When the videos are shown, I look at them in sections of 3. So if you were to take this photo, this is a snapshot, a frame of the video. When I know intuitively that this video was layered, I pull it apart in groupings. For example, if I were to take this and break it down into groups of 3, this here would be thank you. This here would be a sliver of truth. This is part of a sacrifice. This is no different than what I showed you before. All it is it's now underground instead of above ground. So these pieces that are underground, I hope I'm making sense to you, wind up above ground after the sacrifice and all the shit that they do is done. This is about a human that walks down the ladder to this underground system. This underground system takes you down under like I showed you Summer Moon Wells was taken. So when I say, and I showed you Summer, let me see if I have it right here. Here, you see her, let me crop it. It would be a place like this that she's going, sitting in this thing. You see, it's all one story that, wait, April. It's all one story that leads to the same ending. It's brutal. See his eye? So when I show equipment um, that does this to the eye, this is what it's doing. These are horrific, horrific sacrifices. I want to know if this is what they're doing beneath the ground. Is this what these victims are talking about? Because I see this. I see this here to be true. I see this all the time. This is one of the first things that we saw with Summer. So I showed the other day, yesterday, I can't even keep count of when. I showed those things to put in the eye. Like, oh, this is what part of the eye process, right? And I'm like, they do something underground with the eye. Well, I have photos and videos from Fender Farm that show me these girls that are underground from Fender Farm. This is a Fender Farm video, like this. And when I said they're doing something to the eye, this is what they're always doing to the eye. This. This to me is what they did to Summer's eye. They have masks like so. You've seen these masks. What does 4330 mean? Run with scissors. What's 4430? What does that mean? So this is the same thing that's happening underground. It says that it was a Fender Farm video. And this process that they show a close-up of the eyeball. Just like I was showing you yesterday. That this is a process with the eyeball. And what I was saying is, I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something to it that has to do with a small little thing, like that purple thing, like that. And these are placed in the eye. So sometimes in these videos, I'm able to get a closer picture. And it's like, well, what am I looking at? What I'm telling you is what you're looking at here, here, and here. They're doing to this eyeball. This is the same thing. All the way here in the beginning of my video, I said to you, I always find these things here in the eyeball. You guys hear me okay? Here. And I connected it to these little teeny things here. And this is all the same. What I'm showing you right now is there. Thumbs up if you could hear me. And this is underground. Thank you, nothing but love. And this is what happens under the ground. This goes on underground. So here you see to the left that face with the mask. That's basically what I just showed you, that girl with the mask on her face. That's the same thing. Let's see if I can find it here. They're headed to the same situation. this girl from Fender Farm, and this person. So what I'm asking is, I would like someone to come forward and say, yeah, I've seen this. I don't think they will, because I don't think anyone makes it out of this. I can't believe that someone would make it out of this. I think that this is really deep down under. Let me crop this in. And this here is what I'm telling you goes underground from the hole. So imagine this to be summer that I showed you from the hole in the ground. And they go, there's down here. And there they're holding all of their stuff. They're holding all of their trophies. This is, to me, a head on a stick, like a head on a platter. And that blue light is like what Maddie from the Idaho 4 was showing. This, to me, is what Maddie was showing in her photos on Facebook as one of her last photos. She only had 6 that were made public. And that this is the sacrifice. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And here as well. And it's underground, you guys. And these children, I see them all the time in these videos from what I call the families. And the families are consistently giving me images that I can show you guys in order to tell the story. And whenever I show these children, they look like this. And this comes from the Beckman family I follow. And that's not her child. I believe there's a lot of children here that are Down syndrome and disability, and they call them broken, or like Lori Vallow called them, evil or monsters. I don't know what she called them, but they're used in this process. And I'm not just seeing this anymore through my third eye. I'm seeing this within the videos. This. In the video. The child that's being held to the left has that same mask on the head as I just showed you with the child that has the eye thing. They're masks. They're head coverings. This underground system is a system. All of this information I've shown you guys, all of this, they're the victims that are holding, and the victims are my elements. Because that's how the story is told to me. Every time I look at these videos. This here is an element. This here is a victim. I cannot say it enough how I see this is just very clear. This is a victim as this is a victim. They're in different parts of the process. Every victim that is being shown and every element that I show above the ground is what's being hidden beneath the deep fake on the bottom layer. And it recognizes it as the victim. So when I say, oh, this is the V beneath the deep fake, it's always on the lower level. How many think it's close to Ben Hill Road? Great question, Phoenix Run. I think that there is a entranceway in Beach Creek, and I see it as east and west. I see it that it dumps downwards, down the hill from Ben Hill Road. So whatever it is, it dumps down, goes down the hill. There's your maroon, the green, the red, the number 5, the V. This is what I showed you on Ben Hill Road, right? This is Summer Moon Wells' story. Summer Moon Wells went fishing, and this is the same thing that she had showing on her stick. This is how I saw it. And this is what I saw like in the Beast and the Kents families. This is what's on the stick. This is what you see. These are the same. Sorry, the dog's barking. I don't know. They don't stop barking. Here. These are the same. These are sticks. These are trophies. This is the Kylie Rodney case. This is the Gabby Petito case. This is the Michael Vaughn, Summer Moon Wells, Harmony, Quentin Simon, the Vallow kids, all of them. The Watts. This is Diddy. They just happen to get busted because all that goes into the disgusting things does happen to them prior to this. It happens to them. They go through pain, they go through torture to get to this. These are the same. These are people that jump to their death. There's boxes. That is a child's head. This is what's under the head, in the chin. These are victims. These are disgusting, horrific photos that I see are coming out now. I see that this truth of what they're doing here won't be talked about unless someone comes forward. You see, there are things that I don't have words for. I it leaves me speechless, to tell you the truth. Absolutely speechless. But they're sacrifices. And when we saw Summer at the water, let's see, water, water hole. When we saw Summer at the water hole, these children are multiple children. Is it sacrifice and or are they all all the above, Charlie? They're sacrifices and they're selling and they're doing. This is supposed to be just Summer at the water hole. These are multiple different children at the water hole. They're in a place like I'm showing you. They're in a place like this. Summer's water hole is what I'm showing you underground. These children, see the masks on their heads? These are masks. These are all different children. Zoom in. Look. And not one person in the law enforcement has looked at this. These aren't the same children. These are supposed to be all Summer. Oh, they're not. These are multiple children that the wells showed. Multiple children that have the exact same elements on them as I'm showing you in these videos. Why is this okay? Multiple children. I have every photo. That is not the Summer that went to the water park that day. None of these are. But what I'm seeing here is what I'm showing you in today's video. These kids have masks on their heads and they don't have clothes on. They're not by themselves. So this is what's going on at the water hole. Let me see something, water. This here is the same group of people doing the same thing. These children are here. And what I'm showing you is the same information. These children are in bad shape. If this person looks familiar to anyone, he's in the video. over and over. This child is in bad shape. You see, the images that I show reflect what I see. And it consistently comes back to the same story, to the same locations. And what these people are going through is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. I don't see anyone coming to their rescue, and these kids have these boxes. So as I work through the videos that the images that I'm showing you, I've been showing this stuff for 3.5 years. And it's underground, and my videos and the photos are extremely clear. They haven't shifted. The story hasn't changed. See? Victim, victim. See this? Understand that these photos are from Summer Moon Wells's video of the water hole. Look at, how is it that these make it through as okay? You see? These are the victims. This is underground. This is what's happening. This isn't Hollywood. No, it is Hollywood, but it isn't Hollywood. They're not making this up. What you're looking at here, so this here is a sacrifice. This is a sacrifice that is the rim, that is the in the middle, that is the corner, that is the triangle, that is the house. So that there is a perfect example of what I showed you here at the Wells house. Let me grab it. It's the same thing. So it is the same, it's the same story, right? Let me grab it. What you're seeing here in the middle is the same story as here. They're sacrifices. These are sacrifices. See if I have another photo. I thought I did. Oh. Down here? I showed you a photo. I'm like, this is what's between the wall. Looking. You guys will know what I'm talking about. I said it. This is what's between the wall. Anyways, these are sacrifices. And this is what it looks like. The one being sacrificed, the one that is in the middle of everything, is the one that's holding that blue light. You see the hand up on the right hand side? So I want to know if anyone has ever seen this stuff in person, because I don't need to be validated. I don't know if they're still living in that house, but it's nice to get validation on these photos because I only know them to be true because they're being shown to me, right? I don't know. But to me, this is the maroon box with the number 5. Like, this is something that I have shown. This is a victim that goes in these things. In there, in here. And this is all underground, and the people get torn apart. They're attached to equipment that I show over and over. This woman or man is showing it. This person has equipment on them. This is what I call equipment. So I turn it. Let me turn it. This is equipment. This is equipment. On her. Here's one of the holes that lead to this area. So there are tunnels that go to these different rooms. And I believe this to be true. I believe and see that this is a tunnel way, and that's the hole that's being dropped into this location. Look all the way to the right. This photo here is what it looks like. It's an open doorway. That's a tunnel. And this here is someone holding a victim. It's absolutely, is absolutely nothing that we could ever imagine this to be. But knowing that there are victims that are coming forward, um, if in fact this is something that they recognize, maybe it will give them a vehicle to talk about it. You know, like maybe it will give them a vehicle, like, to talk about it. Because right now, I don't think that there are images that anyone's using like this to help tell the story. This is a victim. They go into these tunnels. Some of them are hanging like that in the tunnel. No joke. Inside these tunnels, it's really dark, and they need to make their way. It's up to them to make their way to where they need to go. It's not like they're being aided. If they don't make it, they don't make it, period. That's it. If they don't make it there, they don't make it there. They're in the water. They're dead. They're just don't make it. They have to be strong enough. And it looks like this. Yeah, it reminds you of your subway system. It's like under the ground. So these are built off of existing. Now, when I say things, it's just off of my own intuition. I believe these are built off of existing spaces, and they're turned into this. They're turned into places of resurrection ceremonies, rituals. They're turned into it, like what you're looking at. And this family shows it. Like if you look all the way to the bottom left, you see the white car, you see the V, you see all those little pieces in like a little boat or in like a piece of wood, and they're always the same. They're colorful. They're maroon, they're white, they're green. There's a white car coming out of the triangle. These are pieces, you guys, that I'm showing over and over and over and over for 2 hours. Almost 2.5 hours. The same thing. The same thing. These children, um, if they get any help, it's from the other children. If they help each other, they help each other. That's what they're doing. Yeah, there's lots of sandy areas on Ben Hill Road, that's for sure. To the left of this person is a box. This is one of those boxes that have someone in it with the V on the neck. So when I show something, it stays the same. It stays consistent. The consistency of the elements don't change. I'm always saying there's a V, there's a V, there's a V on their neck. Their heads are in the corner. They're in plexiglass boxes. Well, here. That's a victim inside a plexiglass box. With the thing around the neck, holding more than one person. Like, this information is right here. And to the right, the same thing. It's a victim holding a camera or something, holding the equipment. Now, even if that victim is like half a skeleton, I don't know, but it's a victim underground. This underground system is what I show you inside these fake cars. This is what I show you inside the fake cars, inside some of the families that I follow's house. This is what I show you inside closets, mainly inside the fake cars. And they're all over the videos. This. And here's a child. I use the information from these YouTube channels for the sake of the children. I'm using them to bring justice to the children, not to bring chaos to their channel, because I could use their information because it's to show information that is best for the children. I'm trying to bring justice to the children by showing you what is done to the children. This is the part no one talks about. This is information that is not shared. Even today, even now, they're talking about breaking up this thing, but yet they're not talking about the children's story yet. They're not talking about why he has this on his face. And it's not the first time it's being shown, or why this child looks like this underground. The photos are taken always from the same YouTube channels that I follow. They're either taken from the Beestons, like the Kents. I have, wait, I don't want to just, wait, let me put families. Families. I take them from, uh, looking for all the names of the families. I don't have them. From multiple channels. And then I also take them from the groups that have been following Summer Moon Wells since day one. They give me the best information. That's it. I don't go hunting. They show all in the same places all the time. This is the Beckman family. They're the ones who show me the underground tunnels. And that's summer moon in the middle. So I'm showing you this summer moon picture in the middle because I've always said she has the V on her neck. That's not a zipper. And it's got that light on her face. So when you look at these, yeah, it's broken into pieces, but some channels show more information than others. When you bring this down, there is no difference from what's under her chin than any of the other kids that I show. There's no difference what's under her chin than what I showed you of the person in a box, because I told you Summer was in a box like this. Like this. The heart is under the chin, just like Summer's. Summer has the heart under, you're welcome, sweetie. It has the heart under her chin in multiple photos. I'm going to contrast this so you could see the V in the heart. Wait. So look at this photo. It's the heart. So Summer has these same things as well as these kids do in here. So this is the guy in the box. So if you look, if I do it this way, you see the V, you look right under the chin, it's another V. I said that's what I saw when I looked at Summer Moon Wells' chin in the car video. Again, There are certain photos that I see to be true. So when I tell you that pulled, they're pulled by this rope, and it has like, it looks like this. This would be the rope that pulled Summer. This is a rope that you go downward. The victims with the blue box are down there. These are layered. So what you want is the information that is all the way to the bottom, or you want the information that's right down the middle. So let's take this. So if you go down the middle to what would be placed under the deep fake, you have a victim that looks like that. See the legs and the feet? See them down there? They're going on these pulleys and they're being pulled. See those feet dangling from that dark body, and they're going in some contortion, like they're sitting on one of those seats, like I told you, that they get pulled, like I showed you in Summer's picture just now. I said she's sitting in one of those seats being pulled. This lady, her photos look very strange, but she's also the same lady that showed up in Robert Vaughn's video, so I do like to re-show her. She is on the water with other victims, and she is used as a deep fake. And I do believe that this picture to the right is a woman in some sort of a situation that happens in one of these rooms. Why I say that is because I recognize the machinery to her right. This would be a different location, more elite, not as much such dunginess. This would be a totally different experience. But this is underground. These are what experiences look like to me. And this is done in a different area. But there are different areas that do different things. There's a lot going on in this photo. But what I can tell you is this is a ritual. And this ritual that you're looking at here is one that is being done underground. Let me point out what to look at. Change the color. You're going to see, as you change the color in these pictures, variety of things show up. I want you to look at the girl first. Like, see that girl with the star on her neck? Crop it in. My dog downstairs hasn't stopped crying. This right here. this. So these are rituals that are being done underground. And you could find probably 5 different faces in this photo. But they're no different than what I've been showing you. I've showed you the picture to the left. Those are faces. It's just what they do to their faces. And I wanted to point out that this is Kylie Rodney's picture. I showed this long time ago, but it's important to recognize that she has the signs and the elements in her photos since she was a child. This photo could be turned into different colors and it stays the same. It's a ritual. She died from a ritual, from a sacrifice. It's to me so very obvious that I don't understand why it's not being looked at. That is Kylie Rodney's picture of one of her pictures with her father. And here, if you look here, these are also photos from the girls from the ritual that I believe took place with Kylie. And I see this as a fake car. I see them as they're underground somewhere. They're in a tunnel with this fake car. My God. Like that. I just don't see this car on the road. I see that they're under a tunnel. If you look here, right here, those are boxes. And this would be the top of the tunnel. And there are other people here. These are the metal boxes. Top of the tunnel. And there are people here. Hey, Loki, come here. That's what I see. That's what I see. And the other part of my presentation, I'm going to do probably tomorrow because this is going to bring us into what the photos of the area that goes under the carnival areas, the carnivals, the Appalachian Fairground, and this here shows this information very well. And it seems to be connected to this group of photos. Now, again, has nothing to do with him or this group, this exposition group. It just happens to be, I get the same photos of the underground photos that move in the same direction, that go underground and they move. And the heads are in the corners of these things. Show you. See, when you look at this, these are the same things. And all it is another gateway to the underground tunnels. And I will go over this part tomorrow because I have photos of these women and I want to know if this is Allie Carter. I want to know if this is her with the equipment and the elements. I want to know if this is familiar. Is this something that she has done? Is this something that is possibly her? Is it not you? Whoever this is holding elements of the Summer Moon Wells case. These are elements. They are elements. And they all match. So this will be the next part that I will do. I will bring you guys through the photos that I have from the carnivals and show you how the elements match. So no matter where these tunnels bring you, no matter where they're located, they all have the same storyboard. They all wind up like this. Like this. Doesn't change. It just doesn't change. I'm going to show tattoos. I want to know if certain tattoos look familiar to the people that have gone through this. So on that note, I am going to call it a night. Yes, Grandis works at a carnival. It's St. Carnival. They're based out of Tennessee. I'm going to call it a night. I thank you all for being here. Thank you for those super chats. Thank you for those memberships. And maybe this will bring some more light to the children and bring justice. This is how I see it. And that's all I could do is show you guys my truth. Thank you all for being here. God bless you guys. And I will see you all soon. Good night, guys.